Welcome to Triumph and Disaster, a show dedicated to manly creativity and culture. Brought to you by your host, Cameron McHarg.
Hey guys, we're back. It's Cameron McHarg. Have another week of Triumph and Disaster, and this week I have Rigan Machado. I was always calling him Rigan for some reason. I mean, I think a lot of Americans pronounce it It's spelled R-I-G-A-N, but the pronunciation is Rigan Machado. Anybody that knows anything about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu knows who he is already, so I'm assuming a lot of you guys probably know who he is who are listening to this one, but if you don't, he's a legend in the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu world. His uncle was actually the guy who started it, Carlos Gracie. He's cousins of the Gracies, the famous Gracie family. And Rigan's 8th degree red and black belt. He's as high as it gets. And he's 8-time world jiu-jitsu champion. He's won 365 wins. Actually, he's 365-0, I believe. And he even had a record of winning 19 matches in one day, all of them by submission. So, pretty crazy. He's had students, the likes of Chuck Norris, which is pretty funny, and he talks about him a little bit. Bruce Lee's training partner, Denny Inosanto. And he's kind of a big, sort of a Hollywood celebrity jiu-jitsu trainer and coach. Really super nice guy. Great, big, huge bear of a dude. Really charismatic guy. And he teaches at the Academy in Beverly Hills. So, by the way, if you're in the Los Angeles area or if you're just in here, around here briefly, just mention the Triumph and Disaster podcast and go to the Academy in Beverly Hills, and he'll train you for a day for free. But it was a great talk. He's a good guy. Happy to call him my friend and also my teacher. So here's Rigan Machado. And we're on right now, dude. So hey, just to start out, I'm curious if I'm fucking your name. I'm calling you Rigan, but the real pronunciation is Rigan, right?
Rigan Machado. Because in Brazil, the sound of R is the same sound here in America, H.
All right. So is it...
The pronunciation is Rigan.
That's the right way to do it.
Yes.
So I should call you Rigan.
No, you can call me. There's no problem. I don't mind. Like some people call me Rigan. Things like... Who
all right.
cares?
Rigan. Okay, Rigan. So, Rigan Machado. We're just going to do this kind of like assume like people will talk like people don't know who you are. Although most people that are listening to this probably do.
Ask me anything, my good friend.
All right. So one of the cool things about it too or interesting things about it, you're talking about that thrill of winning, driving you. But you got to lose a shit ton more times in the gym before you can even get to that level. You have to get tapped out. You have to really get humbled in this process.
When the process, I think Horace Grace was the coach. I remember he saying before you become a hammer, you start as a nail. People have to beat you up before you get a thick skin. Now we're going to be able to be a hammer. It's like you have to lose to come tough. And by get tough, you get a thick skin. Now you're ready to go to war. Because without to get the thick skin, it's hard to go to a war zone. You need to get there, people attack you, people submit you, people make you quit and stuff like that. You start little by little learning how to adjust and learning how to survive these attacks, this pressure, this game. And after a while you get better. After this it's not going to be a big deal. After this you start learning how to counter, how to switch the game. And that's what's amazing. That's what I feel lucky to be in an environment. I have people to push me to the edge. Yeah. And I'm able to come back from that. It's amazing. That's what's real competition is about. Learning how to be in the worst position, to recover, be in the top position. It's like a chess game we play.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's actually very creative, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is, the whole process. And it seems like, all the guys that I meet, like whether it's jiu-jitsu guys or who are black belts or above, or it could be guys who are military or whatever from elite units or just athlete. Usually these guys, they're pretty mellow. They're pretty nice and pretty mellow. There's nothing to prove, And every guy that's in jiu-jitsu and everybody that's at the academy, whether it's that or Systema, they're really...
Jiu-jitsu, the process to be in a sport like that It's kind of help you to get you humble. But some people have a special soul who doesn't matter what you do, it's not gonna change.
Yeah.
You're always gonna have the charisma or
Character?
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, who is difficult to change. But 90% of the times, Jiu-Jitsu help to change people.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I see so much change in people, health reasons, mental, and to become a better person. It's amazing because the environment is amazing too.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
When we're talking about the academy, but I think it's probably true in a lot of places. I mean, it's like
extension from a second home.
It feels like it.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a real camaraderie, a real warmth with between everybody
that does it.
Barber
shop. You go to
exactly.
Get your hair, talking about your life, end up like hanging out with the guys at the academy. It's kind of cool, actually.
And it's sort of an equalizer. It doesn't matter what walk of life you came from or who you are. Once you get in the gym, you're all kind of family. Yeah. This is a great place, by the way. How did you meet? So the academy is you and Martin, basically. How did you meet Martin Wheeler? Martin Wheeler is
an amazing guy. I had opportunity to meet Martin Wheeler before even we become partners. And I have a friend of mine from Texas. His name is Cash. Very successful business guy. He always talking about, we need to do something, let's do some business. Basically, one day he said, well, let's open a school. Everybody joking around. I said, in case I open school, that's why we're not open Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. And weeks later, they found the place. And now I have to back up because I was not expecting to find the place. Yeah. Because Beverly Hills is very difficult to find a spot. And the city is very difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Because there's not much parking space. The real estate is very high.
Yeah.
You move like a little bit, a few blocks in West Hollywood or Los Angeles, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And sometimes people, why open school in Beverly Hills don't make no sense. But the zip code make a lot of sense. Because it's amazing how the people who come to Beverly Hills don't go to Hollywood, don't go to Los Angeles. It's kind of strange, but that's the reality. People like the name Beverly Hills. People like to it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's a different world. You learn little by little how Beverly Hills a different culture.
Yeah, I kind of stumbled across this place sort of by accident. I was looking around. I was actually kind of shopping around different jiu-jitsu places. I actually went to the Gracie place, as you know. I got the gi from there. But so I was looking around and I came in because I've heard of you, and I came in to check it out. And it was actually Martin Wheeler was here, and he was teaching his Systema class. Systema is, I'll post something about it at the triumphantdisasterblog.com, but it's like a Russian, it's crazy. It's one of the most fascinating things I've ever experienced.
It's the only thing, Systema, I think people have to understand what it is. A lot of people sometimes get confused because when sometimes you see some videos, some things like that come out, is a style of drill they do in training who people look from outside, they don't understand. And people criticize, oh, this is not martial arts. I said, no. This is drills. Is a style for exercise. The philosophy, the culture of the thing. It's not like you're going to... That's a sparring or anything. It's almost like you practice the skills, exercise your focus, learn how to keep emotion in
it's self-development,
multiple attacks.
Yeah,
it's a very interesting. Have a lot of important points I've never seen before.
Agreed,
make
totally.
A lot of sense because one of the things kind of interesting about Systema, the way I see it, is like when we training, we become a single fighter who have skills like martial arts skills to do submission, to do throws, to do punch. Precision and reflex is based on that. But when we battle all that, we focus one-on-one. The Systema is a good complement for any martial arts style because they guide you to think about what happens in case 3 guys attack you. Mm-hmm. How you're going to move, how you're going to react, how you're going to think, what you're going to do. They bring you something who open your mind like, wow.
Totally agree.
the things I never think before. And that's interest, you know what I mean? What happens if two guys pull the knife? How are you gonna? You have to keep moving. You have to keep look both the same. It's like they do specific trainings like that. Who is important to know, because in reality, when you go outside the academy, we become a professional fighters. But what happens in case the guy pull a gun, the guy pull a knife? What you're gonna do? How you gonna move? How you gonna think? Yeah, I think Systema complete well the thinking, the ideas to complement what you as a martial artist.
Yeah, and a person.
Give you a philosophy how to react. I love that thinking. Or what to do in case 3 or 4 guys or some guys pull the knife, a gun. You know what I mean? I think it's very open mind.
Yeah, and you're right. I agree totally about the, like, if you watch videos or something, it's hard to see what's really going on. There's some really deep stuff going on with that stuff. And when I did the class, I was so fascinated.
Mark Wheeler is a personal friend, and we shared the Academy Beverly Hills together. But one time I was getting ready to teach a big camp. All high-level UFC fighters, some Olympic wrestlers, the toughest group. Sometimes I go to this academy of a friend of mine named Eric Paulson, and I kind of oversee these high-level guys. I remember that they have only heavyweight guys like 240 up, 6'4", 6'6", 6'7", some guys 300 pounds. And Mark Wheeler, I said, can I go? I said, I was worried a little bit. I said, Mark Wheeler, this is not a normal level of sparring. This guy is going to wrestle hard.
Yeah.
And just be sure you're okay for that, because this guy is going to come to throw you around. And Mark Wheeler, no problem. He handled himself so well. I was overwhelmed. The way he escaped from these guys, the way he moved. He was very impressed. I believe Mark Wheeler in Systema, for the experience of being around him, is one of the top instructors in this style of method.
Yeah. And another perfect example of a guy who's just really, really kind, nice guy, and deadly as fuck. Really, really nice, mellow guy, but just like it's no joke. Yes. And so I came in and I did his class and I was sold, but I still wanted to do jiu-jitsu. A week later, you come walking in. You're a big dude, big charismatic dude. Big motherfucker comes walking in. Hey, walked directly, beeline, direct shot right up to me and shook my hand, because apparently, I was new to the class. How you doing? What's your name? So super cool, cool experience.
It's kind of funny because you grow up in this environment. You see somebody new, want to feel that part of the family, and you go and talk, making him feel welcome. I think that's my ability. The students I have, they end up be good friends. They end up love the environment. It's a very addictive environment. When I came to the academy, it's a big pleasure to see a group of friends hang out.
Yeah.
Even sometimes I hurt myself. I prefer to stay at the academy, watch people train, talk to people. They stay home, because home I said, what am I gonna do here?
You still want to be in the environment?
Yes, I like to be in the environment because it's a healthy environment.
What is it that you love about teaching, man? What do you love the most about it?
I love the math. I love the chess game. I love the growth of the game. I have so many elements I love about that. It's almost like people surfers, right? Mm-hmm. When they go to the ocean, they see the perfect wave. They go and surf the wave and do all the movements and get a big tube. Wow, made my day. The same jiu-jitsu. You come to the jiu-jitsu, do a great training. Your techniques is perfect. You do a great counter, you escape, and you finish the training. You have the biggest pleasure in the world. Wow, today I did amazing. I have an amazing day at the academy. And I think these things, little by little, help your happiness to grow. help your confidence, help you so much. It's like, I remember, I'm not gonna say the name, but I have this big celebrity. One time he came here, he opened his office close by to don't have to get traffic. And he was coming here, he's so busy. I was talking to him, brother, why you like Jiu-Jitsu? He said, Rigan, I have too many things on my mind. The only thing clear my mind and relax me when they come to the academy to training. And that was something very interesting, because you have to figure out a way to have time yourself to cleanse your body, cleanse your mind.
Yeah.
People understand, oh, I'm gonna cleanse my body, I do a juice, only liquid, I do this, I do that, only fibers. Oh, great, but what you do for cleanse your mind? What you help you? Oh, some people do meditation, yoga, and people do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And that is amazing to see how many people want to come to jiu-jitsu to do a cleanse on your mind. And basically you get a good sweat, you feel like, wow, I have this great workout. Now when you go work or have to go back to the office, you relax.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what's amazing. You know what I mean? To see a lot of these people come to the camera as a cleanse or a stress release.
Right. Yeah. There's much more to it than what a lot of people may think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it opens you up to be more creative, for example.
I agree 100%.
And well, speaking of that, and you're talking about like the chess game and the creativity of it. So you're doing some other creative pursuits. Like we've talked about a couple things that you're up to, including even, of all things, animation.
Yeah, no, what happened, Beverly Hills, I ended up being around some of the most amazing characters, amazing, successful people in many different business. And based, now I have more time in my life. I used to only train, compete, academy, go to school or something like that. Now I have time to think about all the steps, all the things I can do, connect to my world. And basically, little by being around people who specialize in different business on the entertainment, like films, TV shows, animation, all kinds of different things. I end up like meeting a person from France, one of my friends from France, who trains jiu-jitsu now with me. He come like every 3 months to training, and he asked, Rigan, doing animation, can I put your character in my cartoon just for France? And you just do a little voiceover. He did the character animation. When they looked the animation, I was blown away. The quality, the look. I said, man, I don't know how did you do that, but I have an idea. And I was thinking about how to do a show which you have the animation with some comedy and something funny in my environment. Basically, I brought I start talking to my best friend, one of my best friend named Russell Peters. Russell Peters is a very
comedian.
Yeah, and he do big. I believe he's one of the number one, number two in the world for sure. He's outside the United States. He do shows like 30, 40,000 people show up to watch his stand-up comedy show. And by talking to him, I said, Russell Peter, let me try to create this idea to put a comedian and a fighter together. You the troublemaker. I try find this brotherhood like we have in animation, adulting, surrounded by his world and my world, and bring the friends of the environment, the celebrities, the Beverly Hills people, the plastic surgery, the comedy world, the travel around the world. And even did more fun, the animation, I create a time machine, which we go back in time and fucked up everything. And we try to figure out
I remember you telling me about
because
that.
you changed the feature, and it's crazy. It based like And that's what the show we've been developing. It's a lot of work because you need to create all the characters, you need to create the stories for every episode we call the Bible.
Yeah.
And after this, you put this amazing presentation. But just by doing that, to have a lot of people like what we've been putting together is amazing. I hope we will be able to, in future, to put this animation, because it's going to be a mix between two worlds and cartoon. That's gonna be crazy.
And you showed me, and it is pretty fucking awesome. Would I don't know, would I be able to put an example up on the blog? Would you be able to send me that, or is it okay?
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, because that character review is pretty funny. It's pretty fucking awesome.
I sent a couple cartoons characters.
All right, cool. So that'll be on triumphanddisasterblog.com. And yeah, man. So that's exciting. What about? I don't want to. So we discussed this, and I can't. So you're talking about. We talked a little bit about maybe you doing a little acting too.
No, actually, I've been doing acting for a long time.
Yeah. So let's hear about that.
For almost 10 years. The first guy who actually started talking about that was Chuck Norris.
Yeah, didn't you train Chuck Norris?
Yeah. Chuck Norris is like not a friend, is a brother. Our older brother who rescued us in so many different ways. He's the one who opened all the doors in America for us.
I heard he's really good that way. He's a nice guy that way.
Chuck Norris is not a human being. He's an angel for us. I never met a guy so amazing like Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is pure heart. He's the real deal. He's a fighter. He loves fighting. He's a great father, a great husband. He's the most accomplishment star I know. He's an amazing guy. I feel honored to be a friend of a guy like Chuck Norris, because Chuck Norris for me growing up was one of my idols. I have two guys I love like crazy, was Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee.
Me too, yeah.
And Bruce Lee, I wish he's alive to have a chance to get to know him, because it's amazing to meet people who were surrounded by him. And I have opportunity to meet so many people who work for him. And almost I have a feeling I get to know him.
Like Danny Inosanto.
Danny Inosanto. But I have a story for you. It's crazy.
I want to hear a story, a Chuck Norris story too.
No, yeah, I tell everything. Chuck, let me tell about Bruce Lee, the story.
Please. He was my hero too as a kid. I put all over my walls posters.
Growing up in Brazil, I remember have a theater close to my house who only do Chinese,
like kung fu movies.
Film. Basically, me and my brother Roger used to go over there all the time. I remember we leave the theater. You have this tree close to the theater. We keep kicking the theater, the trees, like imitate the sound.
Yeah.
Fun as hell. But I remember one time was Enter the Dragon. In Brazil was a different title. I don't remember, but I saw the Enter the Dragon, John Saxon, Jimmy Kelly, Wall.
I still love that movie, man.
The big Japanese guy.
Yeah. What was that guy's name? Yeah, what was his name? It was like a one name, right?
Yeah,
one syllable name.
Big bodybuilder, Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Amazing character, look.
Yeah.
I remember watched these movies like 100 times. I remember my mother gave to us a rubber at Chaco to play around. He fake like we are Bruce Lee. We play in the backyards.
Yeah.
When they came to United States, I have a cousin who, before UFC, before any Jiu Jitsu Academy, I have a cousin here named Horion Gracie. Horace Gracie was living here. I remember I arrived, me and Rickson, we start teaching for Horion. I remember Horion will have these private lessons at the garage. He make 2 rooms in the garage for teaching. I remember by teaching over there, one day Horion come, hey, teach this private. I have this guy want to train for you. When there was teaching the class was Jimmy Kelly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was teaching him. I was like, I asked him 1,000 questions. He finished the class. I spent almost half an hour talking about the movie, how he did. You know what I mean? It was amazing. And basically, like after this, week later, Jorge said, "Hey, Rigan, I have another guy I wanted you to meet and teach. He's John Saxon."
What? Are you serious?
Yes. And later, I come friends from Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris introduced me to Bob Wall. But was amazing to have experience to meet these guys who did one of the movies that was my favorite movie of all time. And to talk to Chuck Norris about the fight and the movie he did with Bruce Lee.
Where he rips the hair out of his chest?
Yes, Chuck Norris loved Bruce Lee. He was like so much respect and so much love. And he talking about Chuck Norris, and he talking about workout, and Bruce Lee always showed him something, some exercise, some little things like that. It was a very good relationship Chuck Norris and Bobo have with Bruce Lee. One thing happened was the coolest. In my house, I built like a theater. I had posters from all the friends. I did working, helping the movies, like Keanu Reeves, some of the guys, Ashton Kutcher, Dave Mamet. I have all these amazing posters. Yes, I said, why not to have a poster of Enter the Dragon?
Yeah.
And I called Bob Wall. I said, Bob Wall, I'm going to try find the poster, and I want you sign for me. Like, Bob Wall, yeah, buy the poster, bring it here, sign for you, no problem. He basically, like, I couldn't find the poster. I ordered online. They didn't have. I couldn't. I went to 20 different places and I couldn't find.
Really? I wouldn't think it'd be that hard for that one.
It's hard. Try to buy now the poster, the side of the movie.
Yeah.
It's very rare or something. I don't know. I couldn't find. Yes, forget about Bob Wall called me 2 months later. I have the poster here. Come to pick it up. I'm going to sign for you. When I got over there, I said, Bob Wall, I can't accept this poster because that's the original poster.
Oh, wow.
Printing. And the thing I didn't want to accept because I have all the members on the crew sign the poster.
Whoa.
Plus John Saxon, Jimmy Kelly, Bruce Lee died before the movie came out, but his wife signed in his place.
Yeah.
And Bob Wall re-signed on the top and stuff like that. That is priceless for me. I put in my house. Every time I walk by, I look the poster. Made me so happy to have something from the movie you grow up watching. I look like, wow, the world is amazing, because that movie I watched hundreds of times when I was a kid, and to watch it, to see this right here in my living room, it's the best feeling.
Isn't that surreal?
It's very surreal. Like,
I love that you still feel that way, and I think it's important because when you live in a city and you do something that's related to the industry, or you meet a bunch of people, it's real easy to kind of lose the magic. But to like remember when you were a kid and watching this stuff as a kid and how big of an impact it had on you, and to be able to look back, it's awesome.
For me, I fucking love it. These guys is my heroes growing up too. Is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Sylvester Stallone. I end up meeting both. We hang out with both. We have lunch with both. I was like, what the hell? I was a starstruck. I tried to control myself to don't jump in Arnold, giving him a big hand. Because it's so amazing to have opportunity to meet guys that level, to talk to his life. I have a friend of mine. His name is Josep. Josep is he's a big guy in hair, have a nice saloon over there in Beverly Hills in the Cannon Drive. And the nicest guy. I met across the street a guy named Richard, who is one of the best guy I met in Beverly Hills. He helped me to introduce him to the people in Beverly Hills, to help him to get the license in Beverly Hills for opening the school. Nice guys. But I didn't know both is the best friend of Arnold and best friend of Stallone. One day I was over there and Giuseppe, hey, come to meet my friend. Come over. When they saw was Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he said, have a seat. Arnold, that's Rigan Machado. And I couldn't talk. I felt so shy.
Yeah.
And Arnold started asking, how you doing? Tell me, you're from Brazil. I love Brazil. I love Carnival.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that video of him in the 70s.
A little kid, yes, sir, yes. Carnival was nice. I completely gave me a block. But after a while, I met him for the second time. It's cool.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Same with Stallone. I met Stallone with Richard, who is one of his best friends, and I talk about the film he did in Brazil, The Expendables.
Oh, right.
Shot in Brazil, in Rio. And he hurt his back really bad. He was talking about, because I was talking to him, it's like, you have to come and do some jiu-jitsu. I'm right down the street, not too far from your house.
Yeah.
He was explaining, Rigan, I hurt my back so bad. We have to stop for months on the shoot of The Expendables.
Oh, wow.
Because the big guy, the wrestler, Austin.
Oh, yeah, that wrestler guy?
Yeah, he gave him this double leg. He hit the back on the ground, the wall, something like that.
Yeah.
He hurt his back badly, man. He said, I can't train it. My back is not 100%. I don't want to take a chance. I agree with him. I said, like, save your body is the best thing you can do.
But it is something about, you know what I think it is? I think it's when you meet people that were heroes to you when you were a kid. You know, you meet a lot of people here or whatever, and it's cool, but it's the ones that you watched when you were a kid those are the ones that make you kind of starstruck, you know.
One thing, Hollywood have a lot of power. It's the power of influence. These guys don't have no idea how powerful, how many lives they change in many different ways. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he did Pumping Iron, the bodybuilding. When Stallone did the action, Rambo, Rocky, he don't have no idea how many people got motivated to be a champion because the film is amazing power, the influence Hollywood have. And to have a chance to, in a lifetime, you watch these movies and meet the guys who motivate you to become a successful athlete, is something very cool, you know.
Absolutely.
It's no better expression like cool. That was very cool to have opportunity to meet these guys. Some become my good friends. Like I have a friend right now, is the coolest guy I ever met in my life. I can't believe how humble he is. It's Charles Hunter, who did Sons of Anarchy, King Arthur. He is so ground to the earth, humble, workaholic. He disciplined. He go home. He training. He don't care about social media. He's one of the most cool guy I met. To see guys like that come successful in the industry, to be able to be friends of guys like that is amazing. Same like guys like Leonardo DiCaprio. I have opportunity to meet him one time, and he talking about the environment. He was in Brazil, in Amazon. He talking about how beautiful Brazil is, and it's amazing, brilliant person. When you talk to a guy like that, you learn so much for his experience, his vision to do things to change the world and for a better place. And guys like that motivate me to do the same, and that's why I love Hollywood industry, because you have opportunity to meet guys who use Hollywood to do other things outside the screen. I love this world, you know what I mean? For sure have one side where everybody say the bad side of Hollywood and this and that, but Hollywood is amazing. You look to the good side, what Hollywood can do.
Well, these are all perfect examples.
Yeah. I think the first movie that I remember watching was Rocky. Actually, I was just about like 6 years old or so, and I cried. It was a huge impact on my life. It was a huge thing.
The dog guy to fight. But it's amazing.
You're kind of beginning to do that yourself now, as far as making an impact on people, and not just by teaching here, but I mean, that's a big thing. But and you mentioned the animation that's going on, but what do you have in mind, man? What goals do you have in mind? You want to reach out and do some more stuff?
No, the key is like this. What I try to do, I follow the people who's good in this business. I try to be a student. I have opportunity to talk to the people in the industry to understand how these guys think, what they did to accomplish the success. I try to follow the steps to see how far I can do something. But one of the things I don't like favors. I don't like to ask people to help. I like to try to do my own projects.
Yeah.
And to understand the steps you do to create a project. I did 2 movies before. One is called Brazilian Bro. I did it with my brothers. After this, I did another film with another friend of mine. His father is Oliver Stone. His name is Sean. Basically, 2 movies, the worst movies I ever seen in my life. It's like Brazilian Bro was the actual, for me, looked like a comedy because I did it for my brothers. We did it. We never acted before. And imagine you never acted before and try to do a movie. It's funny. You watch yourself like try to be a tough guy. I gonna beat you all. It's like that. It's like it's funny because you realize it's not that simple. You have to have a school behind you, experience behind you to learn how to act. But after this, later, I did another film, and we come out the idea to do like a Ghostbuster mix, like with a reality show and some simple something to fit the budget. I raised the money myself with a few of my friends and stuff, but when you put a crew, 100 people working together, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't know. And basically, like everything went wrong, and people quitting left and right. Actors don't want to act.
Oh man!
Because some people do favors. They come on the set and want to help. You're gonna tell was crazy, but we finish, and the film come out completely different than one we
did. It often does.
It comes so crazy. I don't even know what happened to the movie, but I said, you know what, one thing I learned, I accomplished, I start from nothing, I put the idea on the paper with friends, and we make the movie. But this process is the best in the world, because I believe the only way you're going to be a good fighter is to fight. The only way you're going to learn how to be a filmmaker is to start filming and make it. That's my philosophy. I said, like, I'm going to do 1,000 bad movies to one day do a good movie. And from there, I try to do another good movie and try to do another good movie, see how far I can have fun doing that. Because I love the industry. I want to challenge myself, a different challenge. Let's have fun and see what's going to happen, you know?
You know what, Higan? Just getting a fucking movie done is a major accomplishment. So even when you see like really, even when you see like shitty ones, no, honestly, even like when you see shitty ones, it's like, you know what, man, hats off, dude, you got it done, because it's not easy. And like you were saying, just all these disasters can happen, and I mean, it's common.
Well, it's funny.
So, what is it that you see yourself or wanting to do, like in a few years down the road?
One of the things is structure. I believe right now I'm surrounded by real people in good structure, and to create that structure, that's when you want to create the steps. Basically, with solid people, I believe like this. My philosophy is very simple. You want to have a successful business, you connect yourself with superpowers in different areas. And you create a super team to make super projects. And basically, before I try to do everything myself, and I realize I don't know shit. That's why the movies I accomplished was disaster. And right now, I try surround by people who in his area he's really good.
Right.
And basically, as a team, you kind of synchronize in a way we work together to be able to do amazing projects. And to people to understand what we're doing, to understand the business, to understand the distribution, the process. And for me, it's a good, I like it. I like the process. You have this crazy idea on your mind, you put on the paper, create the story, create the script, attach the actors, scout locations, film the projects, the lights, the lines people talk to each other. Everything comes from your mind. And from there, when you finish, you have this movie. It's kind of trippy, like,
isn't it?
Wow,
I know what you mean.
I have a dream here. That dream become a movie.
The vision in your head becomes something on a
you
wall.
You start to appreciate more the process of the industry.
Yeah.
That's why I love to talk to writers. I love to talk to directors. I love to understand how they can see the movie before the movie is filmed. It's amazing, the process. I think even another day I watched a documentary about Godfather. Everybody was thinking the movie is going to be the worst movie on the planet.
Yeah.
To see come one of the biggest classics in the history in films with Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, Rob De Niro, Robert Duvall. This is amazing. You never know what's going to happen. In some movies, you never hit the success. Probably people never going to see. But the process you create something, make it happen, is what I love about.
Yeah.
And the success is consequence of what's going to happen with your life.
I feel like you're applying a lot of the way that you think in your philosophy when you were training to fight to this.
You have to love what you do.
That's
life
what you said about jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, life is too short. Just enjoy, surround by people you love.
And don't be afraid to fail and just keep...
Life is short. You fail, you stand up, come back, and have fun. Yeah? The key is to have fun what you're doing. Don't stress you out. I look at Hollywood different eyes. I look at Hollywood as a business. I look at Hollywood as something fun to do. And I said, man, what I want for my life, I want to have fun. I want to love what I do. You know what I mean? That's my culture, my philosophy. Like, let's enjoy life. You see what we can make with this beautiful life you have.
Yeah. Did you ever think when you were a kid watching those kung fu movies next door that you'd be sitting here doing this right now?
Actually, I have a good story for you. I remember I was in... That was amazing because I have this homework in high school, and I have 3 or 4 friends. One day homework, the teacher asked for us to write what you want to do when you grow up. Exactly the things I wrote is exactly the things I accomplished.
No shit. You mean you still have this piece of paper or whatever?
I don't have, man. I wish I have because I want to frame and put in my room or something. But I wrote I want to travel around the world. I want to see every country I can. More I travel is better. I want to learn about everything another countries have to offer. I traveled to 62 countries teaching Jiu Jitsu. Is competing. I said, you know what? When I travel for other countries, it's not a work. It's a vacation. I get paid to do it, doing what I love.
Yeah.
That's a bonus in life.
That's everything.
Like example, I love to live in California, because California, you have the beautiful weather, you have the waves, you have the ocean, you have the mountains, you have Hollywood. And I want to have a school, I want to do this, I want to one day do movies. And everything I wrote, a little by little accomplish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think life is challenge, life is beauty, life is to get to have a book to write about your life. When you have a child, they look to your eye. What did you do, father? You tell a story he's never going to forget. Oh, my son was in Thailand. I was in New Zealand. You know what I mean? I was doing a safari in Africa. I was like in the Amazon River. I was rock climbing the mountains in Australia. I was like hiking over the trees in Singapore. You know what I mean? It's like I was like doing these amazing things life have to offer. You know what I mean? I think that's what life is for me, is to challenge yourself and enjoy what you, because I believe he is a paradise. When I came to the academy, I sit down, I look around and say, "Poor man, this is a paradise school." I designed the school the way I like. I have the students I like. I have everything I like. And I think like every day I wake up happy with the pleasure for what the opportunities I have. You know what I mean? That's what I recommend people. Enjoy life. Try do the things you love. Try be surrounded by people you like, and go after the things you believe is going to make you happy.
Did you? I love that, man. But I'm just curious. Did you ever have, when you were competing, or now, or any time in your life, did you ever have like moments of doubt, or did you have anything you had to overcome, injuries, anything like that?
It's kind of fun. I never plan everything. It's like I have a vision of what I want in life, but I never plan. Like example, when I come to Jiu Jitsu, was a blast. Like I feel the person who created Jiu Jitsu, Carlos Grace, to embrace me like one of his kids, leaving his house, wake up every day, have breakfast, talking about the history, about the amazing philosophy he have to create, about how he build Jiu-Jitsu, all the steps. I spend every morning, wake up, have a breakfast with the person today, Carlos Gracie, who found the sport of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, who today we have like UFC, you have these amazing fights between McGregor and Mayweather, because that guy have a vision, Carlos Gracie. Mm-hmm. He have a vision to do everything what you're doing today, and to have an opportunity to be in presence in a relationship with this amazing character, this amazing person, and to learn so much from his philosophies and his vision, I feel blessed.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good place to maybe start to wrap it up. Do you have is there anything that I didn't really ask you about, or anything you want to talk about, or anything that you're doing, or you want to plug? You sell any T-shirts or anything? What are you doing?
I want to say about McGregor and Mayweather, my vision about the fight.
All right.
Mayweather for me is one the most unbelievable boxer I ever seen in my life. I never seen somebody dance on the ring and bob and weave all the punches. He's a Michael Jordan in the sport. But when they said, I heard McGregor and Mayweather is gonna fight, I thought like, that's not fair to McGregor
to just box.
Gonna fight boxing.
Yeah.
But one day I watched McGregor interview about the fight. About one thing about McGregor, I love him, and he is what it is. His success because he convinced me by watching his interview he can beat McGregor.
Or Mayweather, you mean?
Mayweather, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
McGregor can beat Mayweather. He so believable. He looked and he said, I will beat this guy. I will knock his head. His head is little, my hand is bigger, I'm stronger. I believe, I don't know.
There's something about that guy's mentality that's fascinating.
Create me like, I don't know, man, this guy, I think I start believing in him. And now I want to see this fight because he motivate me. He will really beat Mayweather. For me, what blew me away, this guy come to UFC. The first fight, I was with some friends, they watched him fight Jose Aldo. No way in hell I thought McGregor is going to knock him out with one punch. He said, no, I'm going to knock him out one punch. He knocked the guy one punch. In the second fight he had for the title, I said, poor McGregor now is in trouble because he's going to fight a guy above 155. I don't think he's going to take it. He went over there and knocked the guy out. And I start thinking like, man, this guy have 2 belts in the UFC. The guy, everything he say, he accomplished. When somebody believe, like this guy believe he can beat somebody, I don't know. I start believing in him. And now, you ask me who you think is going to win. I said, with the belief of McGregor and the skills of Mayweather, I give 50-50.
Yeah.
And you know what? I will watch this fight. I will try go to Vegas. I want to be a part of this amazing crossover. I think this is going to change the history between boxing and MMA, because I think a lot of the MMA fighters going to believe and want to cross over too. And this is going to be good for UFC. It's going to be good for boxing.
Yeah.
I think that mix is changed the world, because the worlds keep changing, the world of technology, the world this and that. I think the change, you have to accept the change and let's follow the change.
Right.
And I think it's going to be a good idea, because a lot of opportunities of MMA fighters, you want to fight box? Is another way you can make my extra money. It's going to be good for box, because box is going to have opportunity to grow, because UFC is this big business and some boxers going to make a lot of money. It's going to be money for everybody. That's what it's about. It's like these guys is going to start making a lot of money, because give more options for the UFC guys. I want to fight box. Okay, go fight this pro boxer. Is some boxer, you're going to be crazy to cross over. It's going to be crazy.
You know what?
Now you see boxers doing MMA doing box. It's going to be this crazy crossover who excite people to come and watch the fight. See, that's what's good, because more money on the sports of boxing, MMA is only going to motivate the fighters to fight, because they deserve to get paid a lot of money. I think it's going to be good for a lot of the MMA guys to start getting a better paycheck. I think it's going to be good for everybody. I think McGregor is the pioneer on this crossover.
I think he is. I think it actually, interestingly enough, transcends the sports, though, man. There's something about McGregor and how he goes past limitations or self-imposed limitations.
I have a lot of respect.
He's not fooling himself with his confidence. He really fucking believes it to his core. Yes. And there's something about that goes beyond. That goes for anything, man. And so there's something really fascinating about that guy.
For you. I have this funny story. Ashton Kutcher is one of my best friends. He's one of the most amazing guys I met. He's the smartest guy I know. He owns so many businesses outside the movie business and the TV shows. He's brilliant. He invests in technology. He's an angel investor. Amazing guy. Mm-hmm. But Ashton Kutcher is really good. Ashton Kutcher, he trains jiu-jitsu, have a background in wrestling. I remember one time I was walking outside the restaurant. You have a paparazzi come to me. Hey, how Ashton Kutcher doing? He's still training jiu-jitsu? I said, yeah, he's still training jiu-jitsu. He's really good. He asked him this question. In case Ashton Kutcher grapple McGregor, what do you think? And I said, McGregor is amazing, but in case it's just pure jiu-jitsu, I don't know. I think because Ashton Kutcher is 6'3" or 6'4".
He's got long limbs.
He weighs at least 195 to 205 pounds. He's Ashton Kutcher in top shape. On the ground, I don't know. I think he's bigger, he's stronger. He's amazing jiu-jitsu. I think Ashton Kutcher can do well. And the paparazzi put all over the news stuff, all the jiu-jitsu magazines and online magazines. And after a while, Ashton Kutcher called me, Rigan, I love you, but don't put me in trouble.
Exactly.
Because one day I go watch a fight in McGregor. Hey, pick me up. I start laughing. I said, joke around. I said, apologize first for Ashton Kutcher, because I didn't expect to be the TMZ put all over the place, but I told was a joke if Ashton Kutcher, it's better training because you never know. Maybe you're going to have to fight McGregor. He said, no, McGregor is pro fighter. I'm this and that. I was joking.
That's funny.
But
you haven't met him yet, have you, McGregor, by the way?
I met him. I met him a long time ago at Vegas. I have a fighter who was fighting before he get that big.
Okay.
And they introduced very respectful guy. Nice guy.
Yeah. Interesting guy.
Yeah, very, very, very respectful. He was very respectful, shake me my brother's hand and would say good luck. And he asked a few questions about the other fighters. He know about the Jiu Jitsu community. He know everything.
Sure.
He know who is who. Smart guy.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. Let's wrap it up. Is there anything else you want to say before we hit this off?
Come over and have this wonderful conversation. And anybody who want to come to Beverly Hills, the address 8621 in
Wilshire
Boulevard in Beverly Hills. You want to mention the show, I give you an introduction for free. He was going to be able to meet Rigan Machado in person and jump on the mat, and we're going to have a friendly training, a good time. Okay?
That's cool, man.
What's the name of the show?
Triumph and Disaster.
Okay.
Triumph and Disaster. So
That's
you got to remember that.
Okay, you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy life. I hope one day to meet you guys in person. Okay, take care, guys, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for doing it.
So that was Rigan, you guys. Hope you guys liked that talk as much as I did. He was great. And just another reminder, so if you mentioned Triumph and Disaster or that you heard of him or the Academy and Beverly Hills where he teaches, if you mention Triumph and Disaster podcast, he'll train you for free for a day. I'll let you have a class with him for free. So make sure to check out the Academy. So if you look up the academybeverlyhills.com, you'll find it there. I love that place. It's a great place. He's amazing. Martin Wheeler's amazing. It's just a great place. So it's good for everything, man. It's good for you as a person. It's good for your creativity. It's not just about fighting, but it's also one of the best places you can go for that. So make sure to do that. Also, if you could just go to iTunes, go to Triumph and Disaster under podcasts, leave a quick rating and review if you like this or any of the other episodes. It really helps iTunes to promote the show and get it bigger and better. And if you do, I'll call you out by name in the next episode to thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. Hope you guys liked it. We'll see you next week.